This is 650 calories and 51 grams of protein per portion. It's lemongrass chicken, sticky jasmine rice and pickles. Comes together in less than 30 minutes, and today we're actually making 2 serves of it instead of the 5 that we usually make, but you're more than welcome to multiply the recipe, get it into meal prep containers because it stores and reheats really well. Let's cook. Now the first thing we'll do is our rice. This is going to take the longest and we can have it on in the background. So we'll place a saucepan onto our stovetop, add in 150 grams or 5.2 ounces of washed jasmine rice, 325 milliliters or 325 grams of cold water. I like to season my rice with a touch of salt. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. And then we can place this over a high heat. Give it a stir just to prevent any clumps from forming, and we can let this come up to a boil. Once this is at a boil, place it on a lid, reduce the heat to low and cook this for 12 minutes undisturbed. After the 12 minutes, just turn off the heat, but leave the lid on and then just let it sit, and we'll come back to this later on. Now with 1 carrot, just quickly give it a peel, remove those skins. You can leave the peel on if you prefer, but for this recipe, I'm going to peel it just to clean it up a little bit. Once it's peeled, we can then remove both ends, just square it up, and you can slice it in half to make it easier to work with. Now using a mandolin or a very sharp knife, we're going to slice these into thin strips. If you're using a mandolin, just be very careful with your fingers, and I recommend using a guard. And as well as the carrot, we are also going to need 1 continental cucumber. I've actually halved that and then just squared it off as well. And we're also going to run this on a mandolin or very thinly slice it. Once you have them thinly sliced, stack them up, and then we'll go through and thinly slice into those matchstick cuts, also known as julienne, and just try and get these as even as possible. So with the carrot done, we'll go through and do the exact same thing with the cucumber. Like I said, you can slice this any way you like. But for this dish and presentational purposes, it does look really good sliced in these thin strips. Add it all to a bowl. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and then get in there with clean hands and mix this all together. We only need to let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time anyway, because that's how long the rest of the dish is going to take. Once this is all mixed through, just make sure nothing's stuck together. We can place this in the fridge until ready to serve. Next is the chicken. What I have here is 500 grams or 1.1 pounds of chicken thigh. I've left the skin on for this one, but completely fine if you have the skin off. And you can also use chicken breast. I have details about that in the description. For this, we are going to need 3 cloves of garlic. These can be ran along a microplane just to create a paste. And I do recommend pasting these because you're going to get the best flavor out of the garlic that way. Once you have that done, this can be added to the chicken. Now the next thing we're going to need is 1 stalk of lemongrass. We do need to bruise this, so you can use the side of a knife, the back of a knife, or you can use a meat mallet or something heavy just to go through and crush this and bruise that lemongrass. This is just how we're going to get all of that flavor out of it. Now lemongrass doesn't break down like other vegetables or herbs or anything like that, so we really need to mince this incredibly fine. Otherwise you're going to end up with lumpy pieces in there or chunky pieces, and it's not going to be very nice. So just go through and chop this up as fine as you can. You can add a touch of sea salt flakes to this and use it as an abrasive and then scrape your knife through it. It will break it down slightly, but just make sure you go through and chop this up as fine as you can. So what you're looking for is something that looks like this, and we can add it to our chicken. Add in 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of lightly packed brown sugar. I'm adding in a small pinch of salt and a little bit of ground white pepper. Use clean hands, just go through and mix this all together. Make sure you break up that garlic. Just make sure nothing's stuck together. You get in all of the little nooks and crannies. Just make sure you get the most flavor out of this. Now, because of the intensity of the flavor, you don't actually have to marinate. You can use it straight away. But if you want to, you can marinate this up to 48 hours. Now, the last couple of ingredients are optional, but I do highly recommend. One of them being a chili. We can just thinly slice this, and you can use any chili of your choice, any heat level you like, or you don't have to use chili at all. The last ingredient is some lime. All I'm going to do is slice a few wedges. Like I said, you don't have to use any of these, but these are great finishing touches to our end product. Now for our chicken, we'll get a large pan onto our stovetop and get this nice and hot. Add in 1 tablespoon of peanut oil. Place the chicken in skin side down. Now it doesn't matter if your chicken has skin on or it doesn't. We're going to still place it flat side down and sear this for about 2 to 3 minutes to get that nice golden color. Once you have a really nice color on there, just flip it over and repeat that same 2 to 3 minutes. You can rotate these a few times just to get the even color all over. Don't be afraid to do so. And if your pan gets too hot, just slightly turn it down. So all up, we're looking for about 7 to 8 minutes in cooking time, just until they're beautifully golden all over, and of course, cooked in the center. Now, one thing to note is there will be a little bit of fond that's built up on the bottom of the pan. You can deglaze this with some stock or water just to bring it back, get those flavors back into the chicken. And it also creates a little pan sauce that you can drizzle on over at the end, but of course, it is completely optional. So after about 8 minutes, what you have is this beautifully golden chicken. It's cooked through as well. It smells and looks fantastic. We can turn this off the heat and then just allow this to rest for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we'll bring back over the rice and just carefully remove that lid. And all we need to do is fluff this up with a fork or a spatula, and it will release perfectly from the bottom of that saucepan. And what you should have is this beautiful, sticky jasmine rice. Now we'll start off by serving up the rice first. You can either do it off to one side or you can lay it out as a bed. Next, we can come through with our chicken and just lay it off to one side. Then with our pickle, just drain off a little bit of that vinegar solution and we can place this off to the side. Garnish with a little bit of chili if you are using it. A little bit of the pan sauce, we can just drizzle over the chicken and the rice. Garnish with a mix of coriander and mint, completely optional, just adds that beautiful bit of color and that nice freshness at the end. And finally, we can serve it with a lime wedge or two. There's one last little thing as well that I nearly forgot, and that is just a little bit of fried shallots. Just adds that beautiful texture and that nice finishing touch. So with all of that said and done, we can then squeeze over a little bit of lime, just adds that nice little pop of freshness and acidity. There's only one thing left to do, and that is we can then dig in. That was spot on. Absolutely fantastic.